it's like you're basically throwing 5 yard outs all day. He had 3 picks, 1 touchdown.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm out on him now. Granted, I only grabbed him in one, and he wound up sliding. So I took him late, and I took him off of hype from other people, not on myself. Should have trusted my gut. He's my
yeah.
first one that I think I'm
For
getting
me,
off the boat.
it's the
So I'm gonna try
Chicago
to unload it. If he
Bears
has a good week, I'm gonna try to
offense.
unload him.
Caleb Williams. Yeah, everybody, man. All the defense, the
In general,
receivers, the
everybody.
tight end, the running back, especially the quarterback. I know it's a small sample size, and you're like, don't overreact, Hector. It's only 2 weeks. Nope. I've seen him in college, and I just saw 2 games. Now, like a little bit is the mental, and a little bit is the accuracy. I think he's in his head. And DJ Moore hates his guts. Um, DJ Moore's really pissed off. Like, why is this guy on my team? He's just like Justin Fields, inaccurate. And Justin Fields could at least run. Um, so I saw the Houston game. They looked just as bad as week one. I'm out on all Chicago. And I wish I could trade DJ Moore in one league and Keenan Allen. I have Keenan Allen in 2 leagues, and I'm trying to get rid of him. Nobody's taking Keenan Allen right now. He got a bad heel. He started with a bad heel, and he hasn't gotten better. Keenan Allen going to be a problem, like injury-wise, all year. I wish I could trade him. I don't want to release him because I'm just scared that what about if he does heal up and somebody picks him up? Like, I'm a little scared.
I think it's a little early to jump on him, but non-football related. Watching
Yeah,
Caleb Williams and C.J. Stroud
yeah.
interact after the game last weekend. I think it was Sunday night. Um, C.J. Stroud caught some heat because he tried to like little brother Caleb Williams, but Caleb's body language, he looks young. Looks like not mature. Looks not leader like yet. Not that I have anything to say about this. I can't sniff the field. But if you're going to try to follow people, you're going to try to lead men. You have to trust that, win, lose, or draw, you're going to be on it and be able to inspire confidence. So I think you're right. Like he's not showing the signs. I love his talent. I got him a bunch, but quickly losing patience. And I think if he doesn't turn it around, he will be
Yeah,
not a stash. He'll
sorry to
be a
say I
drop
overreacted. I
coming
dropped
up here.
Caleb Williams in
Draft
like two
candidate.
leagues. Nobody's picking him up. His projection is like 13 points for week 3. Nobody's picking him up. I'm not even worried about, man, what did I do? Nah. Um he reminds me he reminds me of Caleb Williams remind me of the weekend.
Let's
The
go over
weekend, the
running back.
singer.
So
I,
let's
I don't know why. He look, yeah,
what
he,
being
he
stuck
looks
in
like the
the
weekend with short hair.
just the
Um
look.
yeah, so it's Caleb the weekend
He does.
Williams,
He
but
does look
not
like the
on
weekend.
Sundays, man. Stinks.
Um,
Anyway, people might like
so
that
running
little
back wise,
take.
let's
Anyway,
hit on a couple of these.
let's move on. Is there anyone that you like or anyone that you gotta take, gotta pick up? I'll tell you a couple running backs. I was talking about in my other podcast that you might have not caught. Carson Steele, Kansas City. Uh, he went from a 0 rostered to like 80 rostered. In sleeper, he's like 90% rostered, something like that. Carson Steele, I waiver wired $70 to get him. 70. Yeah, yeah, 70. I don't have any more money.
Out of 100,
Yeah,
you're playing $100 fab, and you dropped
yeah. He's like
70%.
Crocodile Dundee.
Was it because he's got
He
such a
he
strong name? Dude, that's such a strong.
Carson
Like you can't be
Crocodile
bad with a
Hunter
name like
Dundee
Carson Steele,
Steele.
right?
I'm telling you, like this is the Puka Nakua of this year. Like I saw him in college, UCLA. He runs hard. Pacheco runs hard. Carson Steele runs hard. He's gonna be breaking tackles. Not that great receiving wise. It's okay.
So here's
Samaji
the thing:
will supplant
that
that.
backfield is going to be
Whatever.
a
I don't care. He's goal line,
that.
definitely goal line carries as well.
So I don't know. I stayed away from this whole situation because there's so many people that are in that backfield that might have a sniff, and it's basically take a lottery ticket. So I didn't want to go all in on any of the pieces there. Like Carson Steele, Samaje Perine. They signed Kareem Hunt. There's another guy they signed on the same day they signed Hunt. I almost wanted no part of that backfield. It was like you don't know where you're going to go. Andy Reid offenses have always had great
A
production from the
variety
running back
pack. It
spot
could
for
be it could
fantasy
be
purposes.
it could be
Very
McKinnon, it
frustrating
could be
though.
CEH,
And I mean, like
it could be Hunt,
there's
it could be
CEH.
Crocodile
CEH is
Dundee.
still bopping
Like,
around.
yeah, but I
McKinnon's
took a
done.
risk
Yeah, like
because on that particular dynasty league, there's nobody on waiver. So the minute like the second running back or somebody gets injured and one of the people don't have them in the league, you got to get them. You got to go get them. It's just because there's so many bench spots in that 10-team league.
so a guy that I despise but keeps popping up, and I think is a solid pickup this week for running back wise, Donta Foreman. Um, Donta Foreman's been bopping around for it feels like 10 years now, and he's always, for some reason, he always comes in and kind of will destroy me by taking over for whatever running back I decided I was going to go in on for this year. So I did have a lot with Jerome Ford, and I grabbed Chubb to back him up, and of course Donta Foreman's going to come in there and screw the whole thing up. So I don't know if Ford did something wrong, was late for a meeting or whatever, but he was running strong and then just disappeared. They stopped handling the ball. So I feel like Donta Foreman is going to do that specifically just because it's going to screw me over. So it's
Yeah,
definitely
there's
going
a
to happen.
possibility
Donta Foreman,
because Chubb is still
book
injured.
it.
What about receivers?
So what games you receivers? Let's see. Receiver
Um,
wise, who did I miss on, or
who
who
are
am
you
I
excited
excited
about?
about?
Who's going to step up?
I mean, do we like we're gonna still? It's
Yeah,
not going outside the box, but Marvin,
yeah,
pumped about Marvin, man. Not jumping off the bridge, not panicking. Marvin and Kyler are gonna set some records this year. That's the hope. That's the dream. So you drafted Marvin probably at his peak. Like you drafted him the end of the first, beginning of the second, and he the first week he scared some people. So if you didn't have him there, like that was the time to buy him. Flashed insane talent in one quarter last week of really playing. Like he put up whatever it was 29 points in a quarter, and the game was essentially over after that quarter. Then they just ran the ball with Connor and McBride. So, or not McBride. Um, I can't think of the name.
uh,
Whoever the backup is for James
Mercado
Conner.
or Benson.
It was Trey something. No, yeah, Benson. So he's buried in that depth chart, but he saw a little bit there. So
Yeah,
I'm all in.
Arizona
I'm
offense
hoping for the
is
best from
looking
Marv.
good, and
What do
they're
you
going to
got?
keep looking good against the Lions this week. I like Arizona. I like everybody there. Receivers, the Rams, those backups, Robinson, Johnson, because Cup and Nakua are injured. Cup is always injured the last 2 years, so this is probably going to be a lingering injury. So the number two and number three receivers for the Rams. Yeah.
There's no
Yeah, I
IR.
know. He's going to
There's no
supposedly
IR
be
on there,
out
man.
a couple of weeks. I don't
They didn't hit
believe it.
IR.
I don't believe it.
I mean, it could be. So that Rams team's banged up. The offensive line, they lost 3 out of 5 on their offensive line so far. Um, Stafford's got to have some time to throw the ball, and I think you're going to get a heavy dose of Kyron. So hopefully that works. That works out for everybody to grab those wideouts.
The
So
Cardinals,
let's go over. Let's.
Lions,
What's a game or two that you're looking
and
forward to
the
this week?
Giants, the Giants, Browns.
The Cardinals play the Lions. Giants, Browns. So all right. So we'll let you pick two. So Giants, Browns. Who you got? Well,
The
obviously
Browns.
that's.
The reason I brought
Who do
this,
you got for that one?
the reason I'm excited, I talked about it on my last
Why are you excited for that one?
episode,
Yeah, why are you excited for
was
that one?
that this might be the moment to trade Daniel Jones. Is my like a take on it. Let the Cleveland Browns destroy them, and I think the Giants will be 0-3 or something, right? And then might be an opportunity to trade him to the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins have a chance to make the playoffs, but they're out without Tua. Tua might retire. Tua might be out for the whole year. So they should jump, trade for Daniel Jones, and get him out of here. And then the Giants can just officially tank. They need to learn how to tank. They need to officially tank and just do a real rebuild. Um, the Cardinals Lions, that seems like an explosive game, so I'm interested in that. I would love a shootout. I love the Lions offense. I love the Cardinals offense. I just would like them to just go off of each other and let everybody go off. Let Gibbs eat. Let Jamison Williams. He's on the rise. Jamison Williams. He's like a top 20 player right now. I drafted him in one league. Um, I thought he was going to be on the rise because he was injured. He had an ACL injury, and then he came back late from the gambling the year before that year before that. So he's healthy, no gambling, and he's on a roll. And he is. And Cardinals, just their whole offense, man. The running back Connor's going to eat. Kyler Murray is going to look great, and Marvin Harrison, Maserati Marv, he's going to go off. Yeah, he will.
Let's hope, man. Let's hope. So a couple games I'm looking forward to. Obviously, Birds at New Orleans. I think it's going to get sloppy. I think it's going to get messy for us up here in Philadelphia. Um, you can't lose. It's a top five loss in my Eagles fandom life, which
So
spans
what was talk a
35
little
years
bit
at this
about the
point.
Eagles
So it's a
game that
top
hurt
five
so
like
much?
gut
The
punch
ending, like what
loss,
what what
which
happened? What didn't you like? What could have been? How could we have fixed
what
it?
hurt.
Who messed up?
What hurt everybody messed up. It's on all of them. Everybody, you can't blame Saquon. You could blame whoever. You could blame the coaches. You could blame a little bit of everybody on this team. But it's an app. You know what it is? It's not even that they lost. It's how they lost with that defense. That defense has no teeth. There's no pass rush. Without the pass rush, everybody eventually people are going to get open. You can't cover people forever. Linebackers look a little soft. It's frustrating. And it's because you know it is like we also in Philadelphia were kind of sold a bill of goods. We had Hassan Reddick, we had a bunch of people that could rush the passer. Now we don't.
Yeah,
We have Bryce Huff, who we overpaid from the Jets. Thank you. He had one great year. He had one great year. He had double-digit sacks, and we brought him in, and it looks like he can't see it. Maybe he turns it around, maybe he doesn't. But we need him. We need somebody to rush the passer, and we need these Georgia dogs to start playing. But really, it was just the way it lost with 2 minutes at the 2 minute warning. I think they
we've
were
got
ninety nine
we've
point
got a
eight
comment
percent
on the chat.
win
Experts
probability.
are saying start London over Amari Cooper, but I love Cooper this week. He's had a ton of targets and just hasn't clicked. He's due for a big game against a horrible team. Amari Cooper.
So you think you're going Amari Cooper? I mean, if you're going straight up on defense, Amari, like if he's going to bust out, now's a good time. Drake London stuck the knife in my throat last week,
Yeah,
so yeah, go Amari Cooper. I hate
the
Drake
thing
London.
with Drake London is we still don't know the chemistry with Cousins. I'm not confident. So I don't know, but he did look good against the Eagles, and he was going to them. Kirk Cousins feeds his number one target. So I guess he's going to continue to eat, and they're going to continue to throw the ball his way. Kirk Cousins is smart. He knows who to go to on every team that he's on. Amari Cooper, I'm looking to trade Amari Cooper. I have him in two leagues, and the reason I'm trying to trade him, he's getting old, and something's going on, man. Something's going on with Cleveland and Watson. He's looking terrible. He's not a good quarterback. He's like top 25. And he's just not feeding Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is the best receiver on there. He needs to eat. He needs 12 targets. He needs 15 targets. There's nobody else on that team. Najuko and Cooper. The running back is a backup. The running back is Ford. Oh, Foreman too, but he doesn't catch the ball out of the backfield.
Donta Foreman.
Like I'm
It's
talking
Donta
about
Foreman now.
throwing the ball. Like Amari Cooper needs to eat, man, or I'm trading him. So like I'm scared for Cooper. Um, I think London has a chance because they're gonna throw the ball his way. They're not throwing the ball to Amari Cooper, Mr. D Watson. I wish they would trade him, release him, cut him. Like Daniel Jones and Deshaun Watson just need to just disappear.
They can't. I mean, like they really can't. I don't think they can. I don't think they can get rid of him. His numbers are too high
Yeah,
unless they get something else that's on there. Something else comes out about him. But um, yeah, I'd go Amari Cooper. But the one thing about Drake London, remember, Kirk Cousins is a professional passer. If you give him time, he can cut you apart. But you got to pressure him. If you get any pressure on him at all,
yeah,
if the Eagles were
he
competent
wasn't
at
getting
all on the
pressured.
defensive
The
line,
um the
he would
Falcons'
have had
offensive
a
line is
much
good
worse
though.
game. So he had all day. They are, but like I mean, you got to get a little bit of pressure on him to make him play. Otherwise, he's going to cut you apart. He's surgical if you give him time. You give him a little pressure, he'll crumble. But um, yeah. And then the other game I'm looking forward to, I'm looking for a big game Lamar to come on out and blow Dallas out of the water because this is that cyclical time where we them boys they got their hopes up and
Are you talking
let's
about
stop it
the
out early
Eagles
this year
Saints
so we don't have to
game?
hear it going into October, November.
Oh, that's a good
No,
game.
I'm talking about the Baltimore Dallas game now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking forward I'm hoping big
yeah.
game Lamar.
What's
He's
really
going to come
gonna
up big.
happen
He's going to
is
stop all the Dallas
that
guys early.
Dallas is gonna win this game. The Ravens are on a decline. Henry's on a decline. Um, Lamar is not getting the ball to his receivers. They're doing a lot of short routes. They don't throw the ball deep to Zay Flowers, which is something I think they should do. Um, the tight end, who is it going to be? Is it likely? Is it Andrews? Is Andrews healthy? Why isn't Andrews eating more? He needs to get 10, 12 targets, Andrews, and he's not. So something's wrong. Something's going on with the offense. Um, Defense is not as good as it's been in the past. I think the Cowboys are going to eat. I don't even like the Cowboys. Um, they lost to the Saints, right? I don't see them losing two in a row. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It happens, right? They got smoked by the
Lost.
Packers in the
They got
playoffs.
smoked by the Saints. Well, actually, I would rather lose that
The
way
Eagles,
than
the
lose like the
Eagles
Eagles lost
lost
last
because
week.
of the
So
defensive
I'm done with
coordinator
that.
and the
Like
way
I
that
can't
they were
take.
play calling and scheming out the coverages as Kirk Cousins was eating them alive. They were throwing the ball to the outside. You got to cover the outside. Let them. They should have been covering to let slants come in and inside routes come in, but they let him. They let them throw on the outside. Um, that's why he ate them alive. And also some bad play calling on that Eagles last drive. They probably should have just ran the ball instead of trying to get creative and throw the ball to Barkley. He got nervous because he's not used to playing a good game, a big primetime game. He's nervous. He was on the Giants, right? The Giants suck for like 6, 17, 20,000 years. So Saquon Barkley, he's not ready for that kind of game. So they shouldn't have did that. They should have ran the ball right up the middle, eat up some time, and pressure Cousins, and also coverage on the outside, not that loose whatever they were doing.